And now it's time for another Booze and News clip.
All right, so I wanted to talk about before we go. We got two little things I want to talk about. One was aliens, Albert, your favorite fucking subject. So the U.S. Senate recently had a hearing yesterday, hour and a half hearing, where they made a bunch of people from the Navy and Star Force, whatever the fuck that is, and the Air Force and military talk about all the alien sightings and UFO and shit. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. I did. I listened to a little bit of the conference. Of course, I didn't really give a fuck about. I mean, um, I do know, and I've talked to you about this. There's been a long going. Uh, People think there's, um, and this is a conspiracy theory. People think that the government is going to plan a fake alien attack,
Yeah.
and then that's going to start the process of the new world order. Look, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I will say this: it's very bizarre that they're doing any of this shit at all. Um, just for nothing. I feel like it would be very weird for them to do all this bullshit and then no aliens show up. But you know,
We will now
maybe
turn
they
to the.
don't, maybe they do, but I feel like something's gonna happen.
All right. Coleman, your thoughts?
Well, I think that the U.S. is starting to open their eyes to the fact that maybe other countries have been making technological advancements in aerospace,
Mm-hmm.
and they want people to be upfront. They realize that like silencing pilots for bringing this stuff up for decades has maybe hit them to the possibility that other countries might have more advanced technology, and they want pilots to report on that so they can document it and be aware of it. Um, I don't think that like nothing as like pointing to aliens exists yet, really, but it's more of an that outpaces our technology. We silence them and like destroy their life. That's maybe not helpful for the military, and so we should listen to them and pay attention to these sightings. But that doesn't mean it's alien. It means it's like, you know, just more advanced.
I think there's some truth to that. I do think, but I've been listening so I started to watch this, and they have changed up their vernacular a bit by talking about like universal aerial phenomenon, and they talk about like supersonic weapons and supersonic planes, and they kind of make their own these own admissions of guilt, which makes me think that like these are things that they have in their wheelhouse that they necessarily don't admit to the public. You know what I mean? But that's not alien technology. It's just like advanced government technology, right? That they don't want their enemies to know about. They don't want anybody to know about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, the little bit I watched, it just seemed kind of like they were having people from the military. Oh yeah, we saw a spaceship flying over our bullshit, and it was kind of made us feel weird. It's like, okay, that's how everyone feels when they see an alien. Like, I mean, it just seemed like a waste of time, and like it's like, how many times are we going to hear someone say they saw a fucking thing in the sky? We already know people see shit in the sky already so much. Like, let's just cut to the aliens, or let's stop talking about it. Like,
Right.
it's just,
Yeah.
it's boring after a while. It's like,
Right.
who cares anymore?
Until you have someone from the future or an alien or whatever sitting down with you, going, "All right, let's talk."
This is what I want. I want there to be in the middle of a Congress meeting, a portal to open up out of nowhere. Everyone starts freaking out. There's wind blowing, and then a Terminator naked dude walks out.
And just starts jacking off.
The best.
It's like, here's your fucking alien sighting. Now the motherfucker's right here in front of you. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I want.
Is that Russians like created mutants? Russians would send like genetic like experiments over here in aircrafts, and they would land, and we'd be like, "Oh, they're aliens," but really like horrific, you know,
like burn
plastic
victims and shit. Yeah.
that they sent over here, and I mean, the technology would have existed for that to happen.
You mean fire?
Well, I mean, one, plastic surgery, and two, we had aircraft that looked like UFOs that we developed in the U.S.
I'm with Albert. I'm not gonna give a flying fuck until it becomes relevant. Because if it's just some lights in the sky that have nothing to do with anything and don't affect anything, then who gives a fuck?
Yep.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I will say it's interesting that they're talking about it.
yeah. I think we got fooled early on, and now we're trying to make up for that by basically believing pilots when they report, UFO.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't we try to why don't these scientists put their big boy pants on and stop looking up in the sky all day long for meteors or whatever the fuck, and fucking try to contact these aliens, these goddamn aliens, and try to communicate with them.
Well, they do that, Albert.
And say, hey, motherfuckers,
Get a job.
hey, motherfuckers, why don't y'all fucking come down here and talk to us? Come say hi. Come eat lunch with us.
Well, they do.
Flying around bullshit.
Well, they do that. I mean, that's they literally like broadcast that shit like 24/7 every day.
If I was the president and I made all our NASA stop what they were doing, all their projects, and just focus on trying to get aliens' attention, and then out of nowhere, a fucking meteor hits us.
That would be the best. It was like, hey, why weren't we looking for meteors? Oh, because we were trying to talk to aliens. That's fucking hilarious.
President
That's
DeLeon
hilarious.
All day and night looking for aliens. Like, well, we have a suspicion that there's something that might.
Hey, there might be a lot of rocks flying around. No.
Unless that rock has an alien sitting on top of it, I don't give a fuck.
That's right.
Thanks for watching. Follow Booze and News on Twitch. We live stream Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you enjoyed this video, click that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified when we put up new content. Cheers.